Welcome back. Professor Rosas here again. And in this video, we are going to continue working with the data file we worked in the first video. And I will show you here how, once again, to do the independent t-test. But now we are going to be looking at question 2 of part 1 of your lab assignment 8. So we are going to be working with the same data file. We are going to just be looking at a different variable here. So let's go ahead and open the data file like we did before. Remember, it should be downloaded to your computer so you can have access to it. Same data set as we've seen before. We are once again going to be comparing participants in the audio condition to participants in the transcript condition. Remember, that is coded in column 1 condition over here, where 0 represents the transcript condition and 1 represents the audio condition. But now we are going to be looking at a different dependent variable, and we are interested in looking at the, let's confirm, we're going to be looking at the impression rating, which you can find here at the end of the file. Again, the name of the variable is going to be here in the top row. So we are now, instead of looking at the intellect rating, are looking at the impression rating between the audio and transcript groups. So let's go ahead and find the t-test under the Analysis tab. Select the Independent Samples t-test and find our dependent variable or measure we're interested in. On the left-hand side, again, this is the impression rating. We're going to move it into this dependent variables window. And we need to also specify our grouping variable, which is under the variable condition. We're going to move it in here. Again, the independent samples t-test will appear on the right. Again, it's going to give you all of the relevant statistics, including the p-value, so you can draw the conclusion about whether you will reject or fail to reject your null. In other words, determine whether there is, in fact, a difference in the impression rating between the two groups. Remember, we also want to add the descriptive statistics here, just like we did last time. So we're going to go ahead and click on the descriptive statistics, which will be generated here. And again, our ends shouldn't change from the last example. But now our means are going to be different because we're looking at a different variable, in our median, standard deviation, and standard error. Again, the basic descriptive statistics that are necessary to generate this independent samples t-test. And finally, we want to add the equality of variance test, so the homogeneity of variance test, by clicking on this choice, and that will appear here again with all of the relevant statistics like the F statistic and the p-value that will allow you to determine whether a violation of the assumption of equal variances occurred. So very similar to the previous question, just a different variable that we're looking at. Remember to also add the bar graph like we did last time by going to the Exploration tab, Descriptive Statistics, specifying the variable and split by, and choosing the bar graph on the list. Okay, I hope you find these videos helpful, and feel free to reach out with any questions.